wife. I have 4 adult children and grandchildren, 3 of them that live here. I've represented the community for 14 years as a councillor, and I run a little farm on the outskirts of Glen. I work at Roseneath Aged Care as a recreational officer and as a nurse, so I believe I have a lot of insight into a lot of people's needs within the community, and I am also involved in a lot of community organisations, especially a lot to do with the youth.
My name is Brett Bishop. I'm seeking your endorsement as a councillor in the 2016 Glen Severn local elections. I'm running because I believe in Glen Severn Council, I believe in Glen Severn Shire. I think we live in a land of opportunity, and that I'd like to have a positive influence on council and a positive influence for our community. I'm not running because I have a personal agenda or a chip on my shoulder against the current council. I think that my skills as a small business owner and my hard-working nature and my honesty will only be an asset to council and to my local community. I'd like to be a strong advocate for both my local community of Deepwater plus the greater Glen Severn Shire as a whole going forward.
Thanks, Jim. I'm a bus driver and I'm the secretary of the Glen Show Society. I've lived here for 2 years. I've joined many community groups, including the Celtic Festival Committee, Rotary and the Caledonian Society. I wasn't born here, but I will die here. I love Glen and I want to see progress.
Most of them, or a lot of them, would know me. But I've lived and worked in Emerville most of my life, but I have been away at times on different jobs, mainly roadworks and stuff like that. So I got a fairly good grasp at what's not being done right on our infrastructure. That is my main thing. But yeah, I'm very concerned because our biggest and most valuable asset in the Glen Severn Shire is the infrastructure. So I'd like to see it get a lot better. And I've got 1 term in me, so we'll see what we get done in 1 term.
First, Gary Frendon, born in Emerville, educated in Emerville, moved away in very early 70s into the construction industry. Stayed in the construction industry into the 80s, moved into the mining area, stayed in the mining area till 2011 and sort of semi-retired to Travel Australia. And I suppose the best part of 25 years as a plant operator, the rest of the time a supervisor. Some of the bigger companies around the country, Rio Tinto, Coal and Allied, Aberganas. So spent a fair bit of time in that area. So yeah, I'm happy to look at our infrastructure.
Look at the results. We've got a financially sound council with 3 highlights. A, an independent standalone council. B, a main street upgrade for the first time in 80 years. And C, a drought-proof water supply for Glen after 100 years of conflict.
Well, there's a very lot to know about me, but I've had a lot of experience amongst business. I've been international sales and marketing manager for a laser company, and we were building lasers before people even knew about it. And then I ended up travelling around the world, setting up agencies in Australia, and I worked with all different departments, including governments and offshore minerals. I was made a director of Planet Mining Group. And then I went from there, striping cars. I opened shops and made dresses and fabrics and everything. So I have a great deal of experience that I would like to bring to our community.
Well, I've lived in the area for 12 years. I've lived in many parts of Australia, and my background in industry is computer industry. I've been in the computer industry for 34 years, in various technical roles and managerial roles, with an interest in project management. Yeah. So, and I'm a a single father and very happily with a 17-year-old daughter.
Same as what I've been doing for the last 4 years, just going to bat for the ratepayers and trying to deliver reasonable outcomes for ratepayers that are cost effective and to the, in the ratepayers' best interest. I think now more than ever we're seeing the ratepayers feeling really quite disenfranchised. They've been called upon by council to deliver more, to the council more in the way of rates. Yet I don't think they're feeling that they're getting value for their money, and that's something I'm hoping the new council, which will be a unified and strong council, will be more inclined to deliver better value to the ratepayers as they need, as the community needs.
That I'm a self-employed business person. I've lived in the community for quite a number of years.
I'm a proud member of Emmaville Village. I'm 59 years young with multiple sclerosis, which does not hold me back. In fact, I'm a community radio presenter and I deliver Meals on Wheels. I'm sensible, intelligent, capable, tenacious, determined, forthright and approachable. I'm a good communicator and I love engaging with people. I have a wealth of life experience and I feel extraordinarily motivated to be a marvellous councillor for all of our citizens.
I have a passion for this area and would like to see it to grow, and I have 7 years experience as Mayor and have a great understanding of the processes of government and a capacity to deal with people, to talk to people and see points of view from all sides, which I think is very important in making objective decisions.
With new ideas of growth and 20 years of business, I believe that as a voice for the people, I have the passion, the local knowledge and resilience to advance this region. Our focus is on economic sustainability and livability.
Well, I am a grazier in Emmaville. I have been a councillor for the last 8 years. I have served on many committees over the years and held various positions. I am the current chair of the Minorama Committee.
I've lived and worked in the Glen, Severn area for over 35 years. I'm married. I've got 2 children and 3 grandchildren who have completed all their schooling here in Glen Innes. I've had several businesses in Glen Innes, and I've worked as a registered nurse in aged care and in the health department. I'm honest and trustworthy and reliable, and I'm committed to representing the region, the whole of the community in council at decision making.
Well, my name's James Gresham. I own a small beef cattle property out in Glen Elgin. I grew up in Tasmania, lived and worked all over Europe and all over America. About 10 years ago, my wife and I moved to Glen Innes in the Glen Elgin area. Haven't looked back since.